Hey y'all, everyone who reads and must converses the channel. Nice to see y'all. Y'all let me know if my levels are all right. I'm using the new setup. That'll be the way that it goes for videos and streaming for here on out. I have it set up pretty well. I think it seems like everything is sounding good. But you guys got to let me know. I do have a little earpiece in just to start off so I can hear. But what a week, huh? I mean, the first Friday after Turkey Day. Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody who celebrates. I know there's a lot of people who watch this that are just in all other different countries, right? So it does seem like it's sounding good to me. And anybody else full all day today? Like still full? Hey Jack, Jack Smith in the house. Nice to see you, brother. For sure. Conrob in the house, my boy. I ain't finna read that is in the house. The Falcon, Tyler, Alexa. Nice to see you guys. So I don't know exactly how I'm going to be able to pull up chat messages. I'm using OBS Studio. So if anybody wants to chime in with how I might be able to put a chat message up on the box, I don't know. I can't see that one, but I can see everybody's chat. I have it right up in there. Hey Trish, happy Friday. Nice to see you. Uh, Hurting, but I'm here. Novels and crumbs. Oh, I'm sorry to hear it, brother. So sorry to hear it, and well wishes, that's for sure. So I've been trying this new setup, and there's such a learning curve. I wore my I don't need Google because my daughter knows everything shirt tonight because there's such a learning curve with getting on these Mac devices. I have a MacBook Pro that I use now and an iPad that is very helpful with, using it all. What's up, Rick? Rick Harsh in the house. That's what I'm talking about, brother. Happy Friday. Maybe even Saturday for you by now. So, Killer, thanks for coming by. We're hanging out, man. What a day. Um, I've had a laid back day, but I've jumped into making sure that I can do, my live the way that I want to do it. Not keep using StreamYard. Although I still might use it when I have a guest, right? If there's any guests coming on. Just a regular Saturday for Alexa. Happy holidays to all who celebrate. Sure. And just a regular Saturday for Alexa is freaking taking care of business, brother. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, Rick is stopping in this Saturday. That's what I'm talking about, man. Cool. Very cool. So, such a learning curve. It took me forever to really get to where I um had even all the programs that I needed to use to do some streaming, to use the MacBook. And I mean, this thing is a beast. It is a total beast. Amazing machine. I look forward to more when I can stay. Hey, man, anytime. It'll be posted tomorrow. You know it, Rick. Rick runs an awesome BookTube channel. Check it out if you haven't got up on it yet. Most people who follow me is going to know Rick Harsh, but if you don't know Rick Harsh, then I don't know what you're doing. It's been a good day here. Did some driving, now doing some writing. Heck yeah, man. That's what I'm talking about, Jack. So I've been writing all month. It's just been killer. Just amazing. I'm really happy with the way this story is coming together. The way that it's playing out, I should say, because I know how it's going to come together anyways. But it's just how it's becoming, right? Fit to be read. That's what I'm talking about. Michael Everts is in the house. Give it to me. Yeah, buddy. Very cool, Mike. Fit to be read is one of those very unique, awesome channels that everybody's lucky to have. It builds out this booktube community, makes it real, right? So many people sharing some, and you got a lot of courage, brother. You do some awesome stuff. Happy Thanksgiving, belated, Noah. All good. That's for sure. Two Colombian authors. Bring them on, Rick. Two Colombian authors. I'm all about it. Love the shirt, man. Yeah. vocabulary vasectomy a couple days ago. But yeah, reading is pain management. That's right. Glad to see Rick. And yeah, switching to the Mac is awesome. And I'm in the same boat switching to Mac. Okay. Well, I mean, I feel like I've kind of got it. I've been thrown into it, like thrown into the wolves, right? I just kind of, when I got it, I, you can switch everything over digitally so easy now that I just switched everything over digitally on the Mac and everything. And then I just put my old computer away. So I just had to figure out how to do anything that I wanted to do right, figure out how to do it on the Mac. So it's, and now I feel like I got it. You guys let me know if there's any kind of suggestion, anything you can think of, because I can do so much with this OBS studio, and I'm just messing around with it. Really, I don't have to have in a background. I can have it full screen. And I did a video earlier this week just on my Buddhism from a Western Perspective series, and I used the new setup here, and it sounded bad. And I tried to fix the sound just in an editing software, right? But it didn't work. It doesn't sound great. But it was because I had the microphone for the Mac was on. Okay? So this mic was picking up, and that was fine and working and going through. And the microphone to the Mac itself was actually on as well. So it was getting this fan. Are you guys hearing the fan for the MacBook Pro right now that's going? In the video that I made, you could hear that fan anytime that it was cut on. So, okay. There we go. There's my moderator. Everybody say hey to Princess Tay. Princess Tay is my oldest daughter. Her name's Taylor. She's very smart. She's does some writing of her own, and she is an all-around amazing person. So I enlisted her efforts. She is big into Twitch, follows some Twitch streamers and things like that. And I said, hey, and talking about them and things that, collaborations that they do. And I said, hey, I do just the live on Friday, 1 hour. Could you come on and just mod it? And I'm super happy that she's here now because I don't have as much control over the chat as I normally do because I've switched to a new, streaming software. And so now Taylor can pick that up. You go ahead and have your way with it, honey. See if you can figure out some settings, and then, if people are saying things that you don't like to hear, just talk smack. Just you're the bouncer, right? Do your best, brother. Yeah, I'm doing my best, that's for sure. But novels and crumbs too. Do your best, bro. Yeah, good night, Rick. All good. I know it's late where Rick's at. And Alexa too, man. Thanks for staying up late or getting up early with me. That's for sure. Nick Voro in the house. That's what I'm talking about, bro. Nice to see you. I hope you've been having a great time. Your freaking Instagram is great. And Nick Voro has launched a wonderful marketing campaign. These very artsy and silly and awesome Instagram posts, all concerning his book. It's over here. Conversational therapy. So, very entertaining Instagram page. If you're wanting something cool on your Instagram feed, right? Idjit Reads and Rambles. My boy Quentin is in the house. Nice to see you, broski. Happy Friday. Hope you're doing good. Didn't have a basketball game to get to tonight, maybe. I think I legit got filtered by that Lispector book a little over a year ago. I tell you, I love this Lispector right here. I pulled it out because this might be my next Clarice Lispector read. I was looking at my Clarice Lispector because I was like, man, I want to read another, because I had just read Near to the Wild Heart, right? Nick Voro gifted me that book, Near to the Wild Heart. So I had read this one. It's very, very cool. It's a coming of age. It's very much like Portrait of the Artist as a Young Man, but through the eyes of a Brazilian woman and far more spiritual and internal. Whereas, Portrait of the Artist as a Young Man is all from, an outward religion, outward social structure, outward cultural identity, all that kind of stuff, right? And where does the artist find his place in this? Well, she is gloriously free in those kind of ways. And the thing is how to find your way, how to be a person in this world. And it's early Clarice Lispector. It's not on the level of like something like The Passion According to GH, I don't think, but this does require a reread from me as well. It's crazy. It's Clarice, I don't know. I don't want to fall too far behind. Let me see. Sorry about that. Let me see. The Hour of the Star might have filtered me, but I do think it's a bit sloppy. Hour of the Star was her last novel, and what it's doing is something that I think is very much steeped in her life and her experience. Right, Merkaba is the girl's name, right? Merbella, not Merbella. That's Dune. But Makaba, something like this. Her story is layered in its delivery, like this metafictional quality, right? And Clarice is there in the start and in the finish. She's there in this overall author voice, this narrative who's doing this, right? But she's also there in the person of that character herself. And it's just such a commentary on her whole perspective of what a life means that is informed greatly by her other works. Agua Viva is a meditation. Passion According to GH is a meditation on death. The whole book, that's what it is a meditation on the animal kingdom and their relationship to humanity and death itself and the life cycle and death cycle, this kind of stuff. So, Hour of the Star is not a place to start, I would say, for sure. Okay, now I got to be careful not to get kicked. I'm just playing. Taylor's probably just gonna chill. I just figured I should have somebody to take care of all the Russian sex bots when they come out, right? So, Taylor, that's what she's here for. That's really what she's here for. Which Lispector was it? This is the Besieged City, right? The Besieged City. I haven't gone for it yet. This is a freaking fantastic edition, isn't it? Look at this thing. New Directions, of course. This is one of their hardcovers. The New Directions hardcover of Hour of the Star is freaking glorious as well. I have the paperback, but I want to buy the hardcover just because it's so beautiful. But, look at this. Just look at it. Would you look at that, right? It's a beautiful edition. It's a beautiful cover. But The Besieged City is like a dense work. It's known as a very dense work. It was written when she was going through a lot of personal turmoil. There was a time when she was really kind of stuck. Wasn't traveling, couldn't travel, was stuck. I don't know if that's in Ukraine. I don't know if it's in Brazil somewhere or something. But it informed her writing, and this is what came out of it. I have not read it. It is the only... I have Apple in the Dark as well, but that one doesn't get talked about hardly at all. So maybe I should go for Apple in the Dark. It's another newer one, or like a younger Clarice, but I'll read it all. I'm going to read all of Clarice's stuff. Eventually, that's for sure, right? Man Without Qualities is supremely amazing. Nice. I don't have it. I've never seen it used. I've seen just some of the older editions. One of the bookstores I know, the Crazy Book Lady. If y'all follow her on Instagram, she's up in Cartersville, Georgia. The Crazy Book Lady has got 2 copies of Volume 1, and it's like the old. I want to say like a Harper Collins or something. Maybe that's wrong, but it's some edition. I don't know. I didn't pick it up because it's not the whole thing, and I'm not going to read it right now, and they're not in the greatest of condition, that kind of stuff, right? It's not late, it's early. There you go, Alexa. Yeah, Alexa is up early with us. Yeah. Look, Emily's here. Hey, Quentin. Hello, Nick. For sure. Happy Friday. Happy Friday, everybody. Very cool. Thanks, brother. I love to see everybody hanging out. The Besieged City. There you go. And I love the complete stories. Haven't cracked it open yet. You have the complete stories. Haven't cracked it open yet. Well, you're in for a treat. The complete stories are okay. I mean, they're good. They're great. Clarice Lispector's great. But I do like her novel forms better than the short stories. But her novels are not long. You know, nothing that she wrote was very long. The Besieged City is one of her longest works. And in this edition, it is 213 pages. So that's nothing, right? And I mean, might I just say, if you will, that is one of the greatest things about having a mic. Anytime I want, I can just throw in a "if you will." Does that work? Or does it just clip it out? Sound really bad? I don't know. Yeah, and I mean, she's definitely not like a process writer. Sloppy, she wrote her own way. She wrote her own way. She didn't care about any conventions. Writing conventions and things like that. She got compared to Joyce from writing Near to the Wild Heart, and her response was, "I've never read him. Never read Joyce." So, Maccabea. There you go. Maccabea. Yes, thank you, Quentin. I couldn't remember. It's been too long. I read it like over 2 years ago. Emily. Hey, everybody. Happy Friday. Emily's in the house. Hey, baby. Mwah. Nice to see you. Emily is actually in this house. There you go. Facts. Taste fact. Saying facts about something. I mean, I've said so many facts. More opinions, but, it's my channel, my rules, right? My channel, my rules. You're just the enforcer, okay? Why do I like her? I only read The Hour of the Star and half of The Besieged City, and like, what? I would say go for Agua Viva and The Passion According to GH. Those two are like a style that is uniquely hers, that is worked out very, very well. The Passion According to GH is more of a story. Agua Viva is just a pure meditation, like from the perspective of herself or somebody very much like her, and then going on a mental track through beingness. And it is an existential questioning and exploration. That's what I love about Clarice Lispector. And Agua Viva and Passion According to GH do that the best. Near to the Wild Heart was like somebody, going in that direction in their life and becoming an adult, right? It is a coming of age story. It is this kind of thing. And then Hour of the Star is completely something different. Hour of the Star is completely something different than any other Clarice that I've read. Very much a work, an effort unto itself, that she was doing something, like crafting her final story. I do have a video on the Hour of the Star if you want to check it out. I'm not going to rehash things that I've said here. But I would like to talk about it more if somebody does want to jump in. Go watch the video, jump in. Una at the Codex Cantina, the Codex Cantina boys, Una and Crypto, I believe, did Hour of the Star not too long ago. Hello, fine people. Tori Reed's in the house. Nice to see you. Happy Friday. For sure. For sure. So yeah, I was thinking, I'm down to reread, or I'm down to read some more Clarice Lispector, so that would be the one. The Besieged City. If anybody's interested, or even just got anything to say about it. But I was thinking about calling for a buddy read, right? So my boy Quentin, just when I thought about, man, I need to ask for a buddy read. I'm not doing any buddy reads with anybody. My boy Quentin, Idiot Reads and Rambles, he's in the house, hits me up and says, yo, yeah, let's fight about it, Quentin. Says, yo, how about we read some Browdigan? Let's do Willard and his bowling trophies. And I was like, hell yeah, because I did with Browdigan what I do with authors, which is like dig into them, get into them, and then read a bunch of their books, get tired of, their, or not just get tired, but just kind of get my fill for now and then move on. So I did that with Browdigan earlier this year, and Quentin's pulling me back in, baby. With Willard and his bowling trophies, I got a first edition hardcover of it. It's out in the living room. Should have grabbed it out. But I'm going to do a buddy read of that one with Quentin there. And then Emily comes in the room tonight and is like, hey, I'm down to do a buddy read with you if there's one going on or something like that. And I'm like, well, there's not another going on, but we can do a read together. Or we could just kind of put it out there, see if there's anybody who wants to do any kind of read. Emily's got a couple of things on her phone that she downloaded. One that I didn't read before would be my second Jane Austen read is Emma. So I'm down for that. I am. Pride and Prejudice was funny as hell. Just funny as hell. No, do I have an estimate of how many books I own? Physical books? Yeah, like, I don't know, 1,700 books. Maybe 1,500 books. Somewhere like that. 15 to 1,700. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. What's up, SS in the house? Yeah, bro. Nice to see you. For sure. You like the new look? What do you guys think about the new look for the lives? I mean, should I keep it? Should I take the background away? Should I keep messing with it and just make it crazy? Should I keep messing with it and have like different themes? Do one live where, the thing about Jane Austen stuff is the dialogue is so strong. The dialogue is so strong. Is this going in the 500 book challenge direction? What's the 500 book challenge? Pride and Prejudice is great, but I never thought it funny. For me, it's super tense. Well, I mean, there's tense for sure. But I just thought it funny, of course, how it is this thing where nobody can, it seems like, honestly communicate. Because of manners. Like, so yeah, it's like a comedy of manners, right? Northanger Abbey was pretty great. Very cool. Yeah, I've never read anything but Pride and Prejudice from Jane Austen. Wouldn't dare bring that nonsense here, I swear. Y'all are funny. There you go, man. Everybody knows SS. Nice to see you guys. Very cool. So, along with that, then I was thinking, okay, well, Lispector, another female writer that I'd like to read another by that I've only read one is Magda Szabo, right? So I have Abigail right here. beautiful, of course. Loving these New Directions paperbacks. So I read another New Directions paperback edition of her uh, book, The Door. And that was really cool, really weird, really, definitely Kafka-esque. All right. The ending is a complete Kafka-esque show, or, some kind of weird, weird deconstruction. Um, but I hear Abigail is where she really shines, is maybe her strongest work. So pick that up, and it might be time for that one. Try to do that, but not buying a book when you have 500 unread books. I don't know. I probably have 500 unread books. The Spectre, I've only read The Hour of the Star, very good novella. I think I have 5 more of her books on my shelf. Cool. We went through a lot of Le Spectre stuff earlier in the chat, right before you had shown, but yeah, it seems like Hour of the Star is one of these things that people go for as their first Le Spectre. A lot of people chime in and say that kind of thing, that they go for Hour of the Star as their first Le Spectre. That's her last novel. I would never recommend that. Even if an author doesn't do it consciously, once they are far along in their career in writing, their previous writings are informing everything that they're saying or how they're saying it, right? Because they've said a lot before in their life that now they have to say things in a more creative way or whatever it might be, right? And they're just getting flexed, and they're doing that. So, there was another, Emily, if you want to toss up some more ideas. You had grabbed a couple more that I had saw that I hadn't read. So toss them out in the chat. And even if somebody that's watching right now isn't down to do a buddy read, a lot of people watch it after we do this. So leave a comment. You guys leave a comment and let me know if you're interested in a buddy read with me and Emily. And, we'll throw it open to whoever. Yeah, Hour of the Star was at the library. Cool. Yeah, well, maybe it's one that's more available because it is a later work like that, But it is, it's definitely something that, I would say is not indicative of what she does with her writing most of the time, right? All right. So along with that, I was just thinking and getting excited about because we're starting December soon enough, right? And once December starts, it's gonna fly by, and then we're gonna be in January. So in January, we're doing what we did last January, but with another um, channel added in. So Christy Louise at Dostoevsky at Space, Victoria at A Musical Bookworm, and myself hosted an event that we started called Flannery O January, right? And we wanted to read, just kind of inspire reading of Flannery O'Connor's works in the month of January. Like why not kick your kick your year off right with some Flannery O'Connor. And this last year I read The Violent Bear It Away. Again, it was a reread for me, and I did a group read with it. Didn't put out any content afterwards because it really inspired me to think deeper and deeper, and I haven't outlined those thoughts into a kind of discussion yet, but it's coming for sure. I have a very deep relationship with Flannery O'Connor, and I love her work. So this January, we're all going to jump in together. Kristen Louise, Victoria at A Musical Bookworm, myself, and Una and Crypto, the Codex Cantina boys. are going to jump in on O'Connor or Flannery O'January with us, feel free to read whatever you want, Flannery O'January. But the main thing is we're all going to be reading and discussing Flannery O'Connor's first book, Wise Blood. What a very strong first novel. Very, very cool and indicative of what Flannery O'Connor is going to go on to do with a lot of her short stories or her second novel, The Violent Buried Away. But it is also adapted into a freaking wonderful movie. So we might just kind of go all out. Flannery O'January, Wise Blood, book, discussion, everything, maybe watch the movie, whatever. It's a Criterion. It is a very, very well done movie with an exceptionally genius performance by Brad Dourif playing the titular character, Hazel Motes. He is so intense. So intense. I love it. Let me tell you. I've been thinking of starting a transgressive Christmas thing, but nobody would give a shit. Nope. Not a bad novel. Never saw the movie. No, it's not. It's it's a lot of I think of a quintessential kind of debut novel is something like Nothing But the Night by John Williams. Okay, the guy who wrote Stoner, his first novel. It's a short novel. It's a novella basically, and it's actually a short story. That has been flexed and really, maybe you get, maybe it was a short story and then you really flesh out one character, the main character, right? So it becomes a novella. And that's what he does with it. But it's just a wonderful first novel and executed perfectly. Wise Blood is like that. It's like a perfect first effort of a writer. Shows so much promise. And when you read first novels like that, you can't help but just, go on. You're going to read whatever this person is going to put out because it's going to be brilliant, right? You can just see that kind of thing. It's crazy good, Conrad. You're going to love it. And Harry Dean Stanton plays, Asa Hawks. Norman Beatty plays Hoover Schultz. That's right. Yeah. And it's a John Huston movie. Angelica Houston's dad is the one that directed it and put it together. He did Annie, of course, but also he was in and behind the production of Momo, which is a movie, an adaptation of a wonderful book by Michael Ende, the writer of The Neverending Story. He wrote a book called Momo, and they adapted that into a movie. Kind of sucks, but he was behind it, and it's just, you see this love of storytelling, like real love of storytelling going on with that kind of movie making, right? Yes. I mean, if the revolution against the Hallmark Christmases happens right here on my channel, I'm not going to be mad at it. All right? I'm not going to be mad at it. So this week, I've been digging into some shorter works. Been reading even more Borges poetry. Wonderful to get into this kind of thing, right? John Huston directed The Night of the Iguana. Love that movie. Heck yeah, Trish. That's what I'm talking about, man. Hoover Schultz is a wonderful character in in the uh, in the story, and I will say that Hoover Schultz, that the just the conversation, it, the adaptation of Wise Blood is almost a scene by scene, word for word adaptation. It's perfect. It's great. But there is some of the conversation between Hoover Schultz and and freaking Hazel Motes that gets lost in the adaptation, and I wish it didn't get lost. But they knew what they were doing, and it hit, and it did a good job. So what can I do, right? I'm not gonna hold it too much against them too much. Just changing something when they knew artistically like it had to happen for the medium, or they felt like it had to happen for the medium. Fine, I mean, they're not Flannery O'Connor, right? Give them a little grace, right? So it really does sound like I got the levels pretty good, and it's pretty quiet in the background. You guys aren't picking up any. I mean, like, that fan is on again. Just if y'all hear anything, let me know. Yeah, I've never read Portnoy's complaint. A lot didn't, Conrad. So along with the Borges, I'm also was reading some more of the letters, rereading the letters of Rilke, the letters to a young poet, and this is a cool edition that I got earlier this year with actually the letters from the young poet. His name is Franz Xavier Krappus. To the letters from him to Rilke. Those are actually all together in the back. So you have all of Rilke's letters in the first part, and then you have all of Kappus's letters in the back. And from what I've read so far of Kappus's letters, I haven't read all of his yet because I'm reading them, going back and forth when I read through this time. He is completely devoted to Rilke. Sees him as a complete master. Like, if I had a chance to, pick William Blake's brain for an hour, how I would address him or how I would talk to him. That's how Kappus is addressing and dealing with Rilke. So it's just another testament to how Rilke is humble, right? Because you get this humility and meekness in Rilke's words, but to see this just showering and know that he might be in this kind of situation is, it's pretty wild. It definitely adds to the overall experience of reading the letters to a young poet. Adds another dimension to it, right? And it's worth it. It's totally worth it. This is by Live Right Publishing. That's who came out with this edition. Live Right. I'm happy they did because, man, just wild, right? To have some stuff like that 100 years, 200 years after. Rilke's work is great. Completely great. So my boy Juan over at Plagued Through Visions. I think it's Plagued by Visions, right? Right? Nice. Well, I'm super open too. Little Women, I've never read. Great Gatsby, read in high school. Emma, never read. And we dropped Ulysses. Okay? Ulysses is not... I mean, I'll read. We can go for it together, but it's definitely not something we have to, you know, go at together. It's not a story like that. But yeah, plagued by visions. That's right. So Juan has put out a collection. Right now, let's see. I want to make sure I get it just right. So we have a short story collection, 9 stories, and it is called Poking Holes. I had to pick it up. Juan is a really cool guy. He reads a lot of wild stuff, but he also is a very, very smart dude. So I love that his channel has blown up. I want to support him any way I can. Uh, it's more than just views and uh, you know, comments and stuff like that. At this point, he's really been blessed by the algorithm to have a lot of people kind of tuning in, and with that, he's able to showcase his stuff. And I want to support his own creativity more than anything, right? That's my main thing, is to try to support his creative side, his creativity, because now that he's now that the YouTube has viewers and stuff like that, he's just able to create in that way, able to use that outlet to to speak and stuff. And that's why I feel like this coming on with me sometimes, where I'm like, I need to create a certain type of content. It needs to be a certain way, or it needs to be of a certain caliber or something, or I might as well not do it. Something like that, right? But that is never a real thing, okay? I can turn a camera on. I can turn my phone on and just flip it around and look at myself and make a video, and that is totally fine. It's what do I have to say? Is it what I want to share worth saying? Is it funny or entertaining, or does it have some kind of value? And that's the thing, I try to everybody wants to kind of contribute in a meaningful way, right? But it's just having the place. This place right here already is a space for that. Totally a space for that. Juan is a very sweet guy. Juan is my kind of guy. So that's why I had to get it when I saw that he was putting out some of his own writings. I had to just jump on it. He's just got a great heart, Some of the best video essays on YouTube. Very cool. Don't read this aloud. All right. Hey, when Quentin says don't read something aloud, okay, you don't read it aloud, okay? That's the truth. Thank y'all for hanging out tonight. This is really fun. Awesome. So another thing that I was reading through and still reading on is the orbit of celestial bodies. This is Caleb John Cushing and an effort from the Hold On Project, a solo effort from the Hold On Project, where this is 4 short stories. Let's take a look. I've gotten to the last one. Watermelon Seeds, Braidwood Bus, The Dumpling Delivery Girl, and then the last one is When I Became a Tree. And that's where I'm at now. So maybe have some content on this one coming up. Maybe I'll reach out to the author. He's a cool guy. He's active on Instagram. And that's the thing about the Hold On Project, is it's all about independent creatives that are just can publish something through this literary journal that doesn't take anything away, any rights or anything away from the artist. just makes it available for people to read. And what beautiful additions, right? I mean, Jesus Christ. All of them. All of their editions are just gorgeous. Along with that one, another solo effort that they have. I haven't started on this one yet. This one is 3 poems, A Talking Skull by Ben Roylance. I have not started this one at all, but just figured I'd show it because Hold On Project dropped both of those at the same time, doing their first editions of solo authors. Usually the Hold On Project is doing these collections. Right. I know quite a few here know, but there's always new people. I mean, it's crazy how things go in it. I mean, sure, it's a holiday week. You never know how things are going to go. But, I probably gained like 15 subscribers today in this day, and then going back like 3 or 4 days, like nothing, 1 or 2, which is normal, something like 2 to 4 a day or something. But then today was like 15 new subs, and I'm like, man, maybe I should acknowledge it more, because we're always talking. I'm always talking to my core. I'm always talking to people who, we know who the others are here and all that kind of stuff. But that kind of thing doesn't make it as easy as we could make it for somebody who's new just to say hi, right? So I want to just let it be known that, look, we're here. I'm here for the community, and the more the merrier. And if you're hanging out, just say hey, and we're here to hang out. That's for sure. We're here just to welcome you, and even something as simple as, what are you reading right now? I want to know. Right? I think we need to screen these 15 new subs. Maybe you do. I mean, but look, that's why I got the moderator, right? I mean, I can just load things on her schedule now. You know what I mean? Because she's a titled employee, So we're going to, I can just kind of load up that honey-do list, right? Did that work? A honey-do list, right? Can we do that? I don't know. I don't know if that works, but I might check it out later. What? She heard that one, right? At least I know she's doing her job. I could have her screening my subs, man, and just making sure they're real people. And, don't unsub them or do anything if they're not real people. Just like, I don't know, do something. There might be something we can do to, help out. I don't know. That's why I need these kind of people in strategic positions to be able to, make decisions based on information that I don't even know what it is, right? There's Teeny Tiny. What's up? There's my member. The member and the mod. You see that? My member and my mod are here together. I love hanging out with you all as much as I can. I accidentally read Nosferatu this week. Started to read just a chapter and finished the whole thing. Very cool, Trish. Nosferatu is Joe Hill, right? That's Stephen King's son. I hear it's really good. I made $200 a day from home. DM for details. Look, I ain't finna read that as just kind of he's trying to push you. He's trying to push you, Tay. Will I say that again? Say what again? Noah, you're out here cheating at Uno. I would never cheat at Uno. I have no idea what. See, my mod, it's not my fault that my mod is, involved in a Uno game while she's modding my chat, right? I allow that. That's allowed. It's not that prestigious of a position, let me tell you. Taylor Princess Tay is actually very good at a lot of games. Pretty much any game that she goes for, it is what it comes down to. She's multitasking, that's for sure. She's definitely multitasking. You see that wrench? She got work. She got work going. She got work to do. You can tell by that wrench. Yep, but we're here. It's about 9:50. We've been going for about 50 minutes. I've gotten through everything I wanted to talk about, but also wanted to just really do a crash course. And I think I've done it. Tonight has gone really cool. I've seen a lot of differences in my screen and things that are happening. And then when it comes down to it, the stream itself is actually still good. Looks good. Sounds good. I'm really liking how it's working out. I hope you guys do too. I think I'm gonna re-record my last video. I'm just gonna take it off YouTube and redo it because can't have the sound being worse than normal, right? The whole thing is it being better. So now that I figured it out, it's freaking on. Thank you all for coming by. How's my chess? Come on, SS. You know what? My name on chess.com. If you play on chess.com, the #1 chess app in the world. You're going to laugh. You're going to laugh. I know it. But I just wrote down my chess.com name. If you find me over there on chess.com, it's spelled just like that. Friend me. Send me a friend request. I'll accept, and I'll play you a game of chess. My chess is strong. I love chess. I love chess. And I'm not great. I'm like no master. I'm no great chess player. But I love chess. I love to play chess. I'll play unrated. Let's play unrated and play all we want. I'm prepared to give a, if you will, to anybody. You know what I mean? I'm going to throw it, if you will, out there just as a such as and such as anytime I want. You know what I mean? When you read Rilke, you was almost embarrassed for Kappa's like, dial it back a bit, bro. Right, Charlie. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, dude, this guy is heaping it on. He's like, your words are the only words that matter in this world, Rilke. Your thoughts on life and your thoughts on love are the only thoughts that matter at all. And it's like, whoa, dude. Like, dude. Dial it back, bro. I like how you put that, Charlie. Good stuff. Yeah. There you go, fit to be read. That's how you do it as the daddy, right? But man, I really do love some chess. I mean, I'm not great, SS. I'm not great, but I really do love to play, and I've played a lot of my life. He's coming in too hot, and Rilke kind of ignoring it as an opportunity to flesh out his better ideas. Right, and that kind of thing. And he's talking about sexuality and this underlying sexuality and stuff like that. This kind of stuff is in there. It's wild. It's cool. So Princess Tay, come on, this girl. Y'all are too fun. All right, I'm going to have to do it. Happy Friday, y'all. Thanks for crushing an hour with me. It's been good. Thanks for letting me test out my new setup and the new sounds and the new looks. And good to see everyone. Leave a comment, thumbs up, all that stuff. Catch you on the next one. Bye bye.